I'm currently in Darlington with a Mrs. Catherine Kearney. She has been asked to pay £150 per week for her care. Now, Catherine, you've had home help for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And you've also been in residential care due to your illnesses. Now, have you ever been asked to pay a penny until now?
No, it's up to now.
Right. And they come out and done a financial assessment.
Yes.
Now, I've had a look at that and it's incorrect. Is that true?
Yeah.
Now, you've rang the council.
No, Alexander rang me.
No, but you rang them first and queried.
Oh yes, yesterday, yeah.
The financial assessment. Now, if you have to pay this £150, as you said to me earlier, it's either eating or care.
Yeah.
Now, I was speaking to you before this interview, and you've been up 2 days worrying about this £150 per week you have to pay for.
I have, aye.
And why do you think the council's targeting you?
Yes.
You do. And as I've just said about eating, heating or care, this would just land you back up in hospital and possibly residential care.
Yes.
So it'll be costing the NHS and the council even more money. Now, what do the carers do for you when they come 4 times a day?
Well, they get me up in the morning and I get a shower. And the mornings are like the next day. If I don't have a shower, I get a good wash down. Then they come in dinner time and ask me if I want some dinner or leave a sandwich. And then on the tea time, say what I want for tea. And then the night time, they get me right. I get me ready on the night time and put a clean pair of pyjamas on. Then they lock me in because I've got a key safe.
Right, and if that got took away from you because you couldn't pay for it, that would leave you so vulnerable. Now, you said to me before the interview that you've had lots of falls. Now, I know the warden service comes out to help you with that, and you really that's a lifeline to you, and that gets included in your rent. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, with this £150 per week you have to pay, when you queried it, did the council say, right, well, we'll come out and reassess?
Oh yeah, they did. They're going to come out and reassess me again.
You did? Mm-hmm. And have you spoken to your social worker about that?
I haven't got a social worker at the moment because Steve McGuigan's left and I only seen the new social worker once. And then someone told me I haven't got a social worker. So I'm like catch-22 situation. I don't know if I'm coming or going.
So you're getting passed from pillar to post?
Yeah.
Okay. And the carers have always been great with you?
Yeah.
Now, you told me before the interview, January last year, by another care company that won't be mentioned, that you got viciously attacked.
Yes, I did, aye.
And the police investigated this, and the person involved, they said that it was no further
That's
action.
right, yeah.
Now, from that to now, I'm assuming you get on with the carers.
Yeah.
So it's your lifeline.
Mhm.
Now, when I was speaking to you beforehand, you said that some days you spend your time in bed because of your conditions.
Yeah, sometimes.
Now, if you didn't have carers, you'd just be left in bed and you wouldn't get your breakfast, your dinner. Is that correct?
But sometimes I do get it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do feel like eating.
And as I can see, you're a bit sleepy, so I won't go on too much longer. But this is all down to you having been requested to pay £150 per week.
Well, he just told me, said to me that they were going to come out and assess me and see see how I am, and see how much that they'll be able to pay.
Okay.
So I don't know how that works. I don't know. But Alexandra Mann phoned me this morning, and then she said that she'll get her manager to ring back, and she did, and asked me who I was, and I told her, and she said I've been referred from Alexandra Manning, and she told me who she was, Julie somebody, I can't remember the last name, and she said, like, you know, the care company, we could cut it. I said, why didn't you cut them off completely? Well, what did you do for your calf? And I told her that in the morning, I get up, have a shower, dinner time, make me a sandwich, tea time, tea, and then night time is just like wash and change the clean pyjamas on. And she says something about the money, so I just put the phone down. I just didn't want to argue with her. Then before I put the phone down, she said that she was going to send somebody round to reassess me again to see how much money or something that I'm entitled to or something. I don't know what it is.
So it's made you become so frustrated as well that you don't...
And she asked me was to get care allowance. I went, no.
Well, carer's allowance is if somebody's caring for you,
Exactly.
like a family member, a friend.
Yeah, I wonder who trying to claim that for the carers.
Well, we don't know that, so we can't say that because it's not facts. Now, it's made you frustrated, you're stressed, and what would the ideal outcome be? That you don't have to pay this money, I'm assuming?
I don't know, Ellen. I don't know at all. I don't know. I've worked all my life and it's come to this.
Now, I'm going to speak a little bit about your life. You used to be a modern matron, didn't you? And before that, you worked as a carer?
Yeah, an old people's home.
And was that both in Ireland and England?
No, I worked in Alton Gavin Hospital in Londonderry.
Right. And you had a brain hemorrhage in 1988, didn't you? In your current situation, you've got cervical spondylitis, as you told me before, and you've got cellulitis and lymphedema, and that must be painful, is it?
It is. It's when anybody, like my dog, that touches me, or there's some of my friends, that's why I saw if I knock myself, or...
And we'll add a little picture of Coco, Catherine's dog. He's the most beautiful dog I've seen. Now, Catherine, I'm going to leave it at there. Please keep us updated.